What's up YouTube? EasyGoingMC back with another episode of EasyGoing Survival. Today I'm actually recording in M.MP4 files, so yeah, we're actually going to be able to have a real episode. So, as you guys know, in the last episode we did some base work. We built this down here. Unfortunately missed that because I had to just showcase it to you since I lost footage to a cursed MKV file. I don't even know why. I don't get the point of being able to even record to that. Someone knows why. Explain to me down below. But anyways, in this episode, we've been doing a lot of building work in the past few episodes, I think. So last episode, we did this, plus that hole down there. The episode before that, we did the nether update stuff. So that was sort of just, getting netherite armor, exploring the nether, things like that. And then the episode before that, we actually built up the pumpkin and melon factory as well as the big storage system. So in this episode, we're actually going to be doing something a little bit more redstone related. So let's quickly... we have a bit of an issue in terms of fuel. So if we come over here and we look at our coal supplies, we're going to see, okay, I do have a little bit more. I did go on mining, but this is all the coal that we have to our name. We have nothing. There's like 0 pieces in that small smelter I have back at our starter base, and we need to figure out a fuel situation. So yeah. So there's a few options that we have. So first we could build a wither skeleton farm and get coal that way. We could also build a blaze farm. We could build a kelp farm and then build a kelp smelter to make dried kelp. Or we could build a charcoal smelter. So in terms of the wither skeleton farm, we need to build several farms in order to be able to build the farm that I want to build. So when I want to build a farm, it's going to want to be... we're probably going to use wither roses and things like that, especially for the first time we build it. So we need a wither rose farm for that, so that's kind of not an option for this episode because we need fuel now in order to complete a lot of these projects. Kelp farm, yeah, I don't know. Kelp doesn't have much of a purpose beyond kelp. So the kelp block, which is a decent fuel source, but it involves a lot of crafting, which I don't want to deal with. And that sort of leaves us with a blaze farm, however... yeah, kind of a boring farm. So I think what we're going to do is build a charcoal cooker. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to build the smallest tree farm. It's Ilmango's design, produces around, I think, 2,000 birch logs per hour. We'll use like a few smelters to smelt up about 3/4 of that, and then also give us an output of just 500 logs per hour beyond the initial charcoal smelter. So that's basically going to allow us to get some wood, get some charcoal, and it should be pretty great. Alright guys, we're back. I AFK'd this thing for about 45 minutes. Let me take a look at the results of this thing now. Not bad. About a shulker box full of logs, plus tons of saplings and sticks, obviously. Sorry if my mic just jolted a bit. I kind of knocked my desk. Yeah, so we got tons of logs. That's really awesome. I'm happy with that. I think it produces around like a little over 2,000 an hour, which definitely isn't bad for how small this farm is. I mean, this was very low effort to build up. Very nice starter tree farm. Definitely recommend this to any of you guys who want to build a tree farm. That's quick and easy. So yeah, so a couple more things we need to get done before we're ready to do some more aesthetic work to this thing is we actually need to build the charcoal smelter. So given that this thing produces around 2,000 an hour, I'm thinking about 4 furnaces. That will give us about 1,300, 1,400 charcoal an hour. And then leave us about 500, 600 logs just for us every single hour we AFK the farm. So that's essentially, yeah, it's going to mean that we're getting some log output, but about 3/4 of this would be charcoal. So, say like that much would have been charcoal from this AFK session. So I think that's definitely a decent way to equalize it. I think that's a good fair trade. We'll get some wood to provide us for some future projects before we build a bigger tree farm to get more wood in that way. But yeah, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin work on that system. So I guess we should place in, this is the wood output chest. We could easily just put in the smelter system like here, like right next to this area. It really shouldn't be big since it's only 4. Yeah, so I'm going to do some quick testing in creative and I'll show you guys how we're actually going to build up that smelter. Alright, so I quickly built up a bit of the redstone system that we have here. So essentially the way this works, I'm going to start putting just some logs in here to, let it start smelting. Obviously this will be birch, but it doesn't really matter. So basically the way this works is we have our log input from the farm here, and slowly but surely this will just fill up with the 4 furnaces one by one to start them smelting, just like so. And then they'll actually, yeah, any excess logs will end up in this large chest, which, yeah, eventually it'll take a little bit because obviously it has to fill up. the furnaces as well as all of the hoppers right here. But then eventually, any excess logs will end up in this chest right here. And I can actually just kind of speed this process along by filling in all of these hoppers. So eventually all these guys are just going to be smelting charcoal, which is going to end up in this dropper right here. As you can see, yeah, charcoal's going in here. Goes up this small item elevator into this hopper right here, which then would put this into here. And then it's going to start flowing, and it's actually going to back up these hoppers, which will then provide fuel. So we just have a little bit of starter fuel in here. And then eventually the charcoal will start backing up to provide fuel to the other hoppers, just like so. And we can actually just go ahead and you can fill this all the way up to the brim, and say it backs up. So we fill in the system, and obviously some will be used every so often. But then at that point, any excess charcoal is going to get sent to this chest right here, and this should start filling up. And that's the whole system right there. It's a small farm, so we have a small smelter, but this should produce us enough charcoal in order to, yeah, hopefully we are able to then create and have some more fuel, which this should definitely help us provide. And then obviously, you know, you can expand this storage system down below. Alright guys, cool. I'm going to build this up in the world. This should be really fast and easy, and yeah, I'll show you guys once I've finished. Then we can do some work on the storage. Uh-oh. It's night. I wasn't paying attention. Gotta sleep. Oh, come on. Okay, please sleep. Come on. I don't want a creeper to blow up all this work I've done. Okay, cool. Okay, so while all these zombies burn up, I have to assist a little bit. Come on, get out of here. Alright, so yeah, I've put in the smelter, as you guys can probably see. Oops. Do have some blocks to put in. There we go. We can actually just feed this charcoal directly into the system. I smelted up some charcoal to provide as the base fuel for this whole thing. Anyhow, yeah, I finished up the system. I put in the wood I had into the system to smelt to get some charcoal started before I AFK a little bit more as I do some work. Yeah, so if we take a look at this, the way it works is, I think the only thing left I need to actually do is feed in the wood. There we go, that should be it. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, so the wood goes in here, and then it goes up here, obviously, and then into the system, then where it's smelted, and then any charcoal comes up this, and then goes in here, and then the charcoal, excess charcoal, ends up on this side. Don't believe we have any just yet. It's still probably filling up, is my guess. And then any excess wood ends up on this side in these 9 double chests. And I think this is enough storage for now. That would be my guess at it. We're not going to use this thing super often, especially once we have a bigger tree farm. But if we take a look in here, we can take a look back here. I guess we check how much charcoal is filled in. Could be interesting. Okay, yeah, so we're already getting quite a bit. So yeah, it's all going into this one first. And then, yeah, slowly but surely it'll make its way over here. In order to improve that process, we obviously have to continue to farm wood in order to eventually make it all work. Nope. Oh, that was close. Oh, no. Okay, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. It just blew up the hoppers. Okay, I think we're in the clear. I think we're in the clear on that one. Whew, that was scary. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let these guys despawn. I don't really care about a few stacks of melons. I'll fix this up later. We'll do some overhaul. We gotta light this place up. Okay, anyways, back to the system at hand. So yeah, so I'm gonna AFK this guys for quite a bit, and then we can do some aesthetic work. But yeah, I'm gonna AFK it while I do work. I'm gonna load up with as much bone meal as I have left. I might go grab some more bone blocks, and then yeah, we'll do some AFKing. Alright guys, so I've started some aesthetic work to the build itself. What the heck is this guy doing in here? Die. Llamas, die. Nope. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, another one for the heads. Alright, cool. Anyhow, I've started doing some of the aesthetics for this. So if you guys look around, I've done I basically replaced the whole floor of stone slabs and added some lights in here to keep it up. I also added the trim. We're going to go for a slightly different look than this design, but I think it should look pretty cool. I've also done the front facade to say. We're actually using a bit of a nice piston door action, as you guys can see. I think that's looking pretty cool, if I say so myself. I'll probably add a button instead, just so I can get in and out pretty easily. But I think that's pretty cool. It's very fast. I think it's one of the fastest ones you can find. I'll link to the tutorial down below. It's pretty sick. Recommend you guys check it out. Anyhow, we're going to keep working on this. I'm going to do some more aesthetic work. Similar style to that. Shouldn't be too bad. I'll get cracking. Alright guys, so we're on top of the brand new factory. I've put in the roof, obviously. Yeah, as we've learned, this is by far the easiest part. Just, yeah, a flat box. We are going to add some features up here on this one, I think. You know, on top of buildings, you have like AC units and stuff like that. We'll add some, you know, like maybe like a random like structure coming out from like the bottom, and we can just do a little bit of experiment. You know, something like this. You know, coming out. Just like features like this, you know what I'm trying to say? Just to bring the build together. We'll add a big smokestack on this one, especially since it's a charcoal factory. So we'll probably add a big smokestack, you know, somewhere around here on this section. Maybe this section. I'm not sure. I'll probably get rid of this too. But you know what I mean. We'll add features on the roof later on. But I just want to get the frame in, which I did get the frame in of the whole build. We already have the front facade complete. But I went ahead and I mapped out where all the stone pillars are going to go. It's looking fairly decent. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out so far. We do, however, have to get rid of that block. But yeah, so basically what's next is I'm going to have to go smelt up a bunch of glass. We actually have fuel now, which is great. This thing's been cranking the whole time I've been over here. So we're doing definitely well on that front. So I'm going to get some glass. I'm going to work on designing some of these walls and sort of figuring out... definitely getting better at building in this style, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. But yeah, I'm gonna crank through some of that, guys, and I'll be back in just one moment. Yeah, this is kind of fun. Not really though. I pretty much zoomed through that, guys. Yeah, I used similar themes as I did over here. However, I did prioritize bigger windows, as you know, we didn't have the gaps of the farm, so I wanted to add some huge bay windows where the tree would grow. So if I had a tree there, like, we'd be able to see the whole process from outside. I'm actually kind of curious. We can give that a shot right now. Fix that input still, and kind of also design this area somewhat. If I just get a sapling, I have a chest full of saplings right here, and I grow that. Let's go look. Hurry. We just barely missed it, but yeah, that's kind of cool, you know. Obviously, there's no bystanders, but, you know, we have that idea where we can see what's happening inside the farm occasionally. Also, over here, you know, I got some nice windows, got this nice design in the wall, and then, yeah, just have a standard design back here. Yeah, so a mix of big windows, mix of just, you know, industrial brick walls. Looking pretty good, I haven't fully decided what we're going to do for the roofs. I think we're going to leave it for now. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. In between episodes, I'm going to AFK this thing a ton, and then we can see how much we got. And yeah, we can actually see, like, do a solid AFK session and see how much charcoal we're actually able to get. Probably AFK the thing overnight or something like that. I'm going to have to put in a ton of bone meal, though. That's all I got to say to that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty rare. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe. I really appreciate the support on the channel. We're nearing 400 subs, so help me hit a goal. 500 subscribers is ever near, so if you guys can help me hit that, that would mean a lot. But yeah, if you guys enjoy content like this, I'm always doing builds like this on my survival world. So yeah, just make sure, yeah, drop a comment down below on what farm I should build next, because I'm in the farm mood. I have a big list ready, so yeah, just let me know, guys. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video once again, and I'm sorry for the long outro. Pretty typical of me. Also, the apology is typical, and also this weird ramble after I apologize is very typical, where I don't breathe. Alright, guys, see you later. Peace out. Have an easygoing day.